This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Yeah, a memorable episode today. It's where we recount meeting Freddie for the first time. So you hear about that. We also had chat about secret clubs in this one, and also Ben and I talked about our grandparents' boyfriends and girlfriends.
Yes.
Which I can't believe we haven't discussed before, but it's very cute.
Just quickly before we jump into the podcast, now's a good time to mention that I thought, very lovely, everyone bought gifts. You didn't have to do that at all, but I thought Sarah nailed the gift.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
It was more like kind of towed the line of like...
Joke and
sentimental. It was like, oh, that's actually really sweet.
You know why?
Because they talked about it in the past.
Yeah, I think when we had dinner together like a few months ago, Sarah was talking about her favourite book growing up and her favourite movie.
Yes.
So she had to find the Australian film Napoleon, which is
and
very low budget.
Because no one had seen it.
No one had seen Napoleon.
No
one knew what she was talking about.
She got us this book, like a kid's book, that it was her favourite book when
the
she grew up.
Velveteen Rabbit or something like that. But Sarah was scouring, looking for this book that she remembered from her childhood.
And then more impressive, she found a DVD
of
Napoleon, which is an Australian movie about like a Labrador or
literally,
something.
she was showing me some of it, and I was like, so it's like a 90s movie, but it's like they didn't have the budget to make the dog's mouth move, so it's like a normal dog, and it's like, oh, mum, oh, no, you know, like they voice it over just like stock footage of a real pet.
I was laughing with my wife Sam because I was like, that's such a sweet gift, but I don't know how to play it. Like, I haven't got a DVD player. And then I was like, oh, I can get the old PS4 out and plug that in so that we could watch it.
Yeah. No, it was more for the, you know. Yeah. This is what we said.
Are we doing it off air, or is this a normal pod?
No, this is a normal pod.
Right.
Normal pod. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought we'd keep these
your
ones
flowers
tight.
are good too, Belle.
Oh, clearly not.
Well, yeah, that was pretty awkward, wasn't it? Because we were talking about how big my flowers were, and they were
I didn't
still
go
present in the
being
house.
as big as yours. I just got a nice fresh bunch because I knew that he had heaps of flowers, and I thought, look, I'll get him some anyway.
Give him some more.
Well, yeah, but like, whatever.
I was looking around the house. I couldn't see your flowers, but mine were very front.
Well, they got put on the kitchen bench, so, you know, treated nicely.
That's pretty cool.
Andy, also, thank you for your lovely gift. They were really cute clothes.
You're very welcome. We wanted matching Ben outfits.
That's cute. That's very cute. It's a bit of sentimental.
What is it? What was it?
He's got like a couple of matching outfits, but we went for like old man vibes, so he kind of looked like Ben.
That's cute. Speaking of old man vibes, what Freddie was wearing was very cute, but it was pretty close to Shrek. Like he was wearing like brown pants and like brown lace-up boots, and his shirt was like a cream waffle.
Yeah.
A cream waffle. If he had a little gawky vest, he would have been Shrek.
I found it quite humorous because that's the first time you guys have seen him, but I found it quite humorous how tight it was on him. Like he looked like a beefcake. Like his chest was like bursting out of the shit.
He had a beer gut.
He's got a milk gut. He 100% does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were going to chat about all this in the off-air.
Well, no,
Hey.
hey.
Are we doing it off air?
I thought we would.
Yeah, okay, well, we can.
No, we don't need to now. We've done it.
We'll enjoy.
Hey, over the weekend, Liam and Belle, you both came over my house. You got to meet Freddie, my son. There's a fair bit to unpack there. I think just after 7, we're going to unpack how it all went. Just quickly, though, side note, Liam, you're wearing your cargo pants again this morning.
Yes.
How many pairs of those do you have?
3.
3.
3 pairs, yeah.
Yeah, you bought the green shade late last week, didn't you?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's you know, I've talked about this publicly. Had a rebrand. Cargo pants guy now. Go for that drip.
So after you guys left, Sam, my wife, she was like, was Liam wearing cargo pants?
Yeah, so she's not seen the rebrand yet.
She hasn't listened to the show.
And she
doesn't have socials, so she hasn't seen you in the cargo pants.
The last time she saw Liam, he would have been in tight, skinny black jeans with like, you know, almost a mohawk.
Yeah, and so she's like, was Liam wearing cargo pants? And I was like, and I explained to her, I was like, yeah, he's going through a rebrand.
It's a bit of a thing. Like he gave clothes away from his wardrobe on the show.
And her initial reaction was like, no, like it's not. Like she didn't like the cargo pants.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
And her thoughts were they're too big. She's like, they're 3 sizes too big.
Yeah, well.
So she was like, maybe if they were a little bit tighter.
I think they fit.
With all due respect, like, she's a mum now, and I don't really take fashion advice from mums because I'm young and cool. So
That's me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, she is. She's a mum fashion now. You know
I think you look really good in the cargo pants.
Well, thank you. Because you don't have kids, so I'll take that.
Speaking of fashion, while we're on that topic with mum fashion, she bought, and I can't remember what they're called. This is real dad of me, but she bought some like Dunkaroos or some Dungaroos.
Dungarees.
Dungarees.
Yeah, Dunkaroos. I believe they're biscuits.
They're the kangaroo biscuits.
She bought some Dungarees.
What are they?
Dung. I think you're saying it like, I think it's dungarees. I don't think you say
Dungarees.
You don't dunk. You don't dunk with it. Yeah.
Right. She bought some
like
Dungarees.
overalls?
Yeah, overalls, yeah.
Oh, that's real mum vibe.
Yeah, real mum vibe, yeah.
You're only a what if away from a holiday with whatif.com.
You could go to the dentist appointment or all the kids' sports.
But what if it was a weekend on the coast instead?
Book hotels, holiday rentals, apartments, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
There's been a lot of talk over the weekend of Melbourne's most exclusive club. I've been dying to jump on air to talk about it because I want to expose it. I want to get someone on this show that knows about it or has even been in there. That'd be amazing. It's got to do with Qantas. It's the Executive Chairmans Lounge. So I think this has come back into the spotlight since the CEO, Alan Joyce, has stepped down. Whenever he's been asked about this exclusive club, he denies to talk about it. Like, he's like, no, he never
What's
reveals
happening in there?
anything about it. And the only way you can go in there is by invite only. So you have to be a member.
It's almost like Freemasons type stuff,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like, do they have a secret handshake? 13-24-10. If you've been in the Chairman's Lounge, give us a call. I know that's a long shot.
Yep.
Even if you could just tell us where it is in
Well,
Melbourne Airport.
That's one of the details that gives you an idea of how exclusive this is. So when you're walking around an airport, you see the lounge.
Yeah.
For this one, there is no signs.
Whoa.
No,
There's no
because-
door. Apparently, it's a secret panel that you push on and it opens up.
Are you
but
serious?
You have to,
Yeah.
No, but you go through the Qantas club, then into the business bit, and then I believe it's through business that you
I've-
go into Chairman's.
I've heard that it's not through the club. It's somewhere in the Melbourne airport. It's undisclosed. You walk up and you not know, and you
not a
and you
secret
knock
shelf.
and you knock 3 times, and Alan Joyce opens it up.
Yeah, Alan Joyce has one of those slide things. And he looks at you through the little
Password?
eye peeper. I've
it's
heard.
like Harry Potter. It's not.
I've
It
heard
is, Belle. It
it's-
is.
I think there are signs saying Chairman's
No,
Lounge.
No.
Belle. I know for a fact that there are no signs because there's there's different tiers. Like Liam, you're under tiers.
Well, yeah. So here's the thing. Like this. So I know it's a bit la-di-da, but this year, first year of my life, there was like a half price sale, and I was like, stuff it. I'm gonna do the Qantas Club thing.
Well, we fly a fair bit for work. As
Well,
well.
like, yeah, there was a period of like 2 or 3 months where I was flying 4 times a week, and I was like, the amount of food I spend at the airport anyway, I was like, yeah, if there's like free food in there, I
Yep.
want to check it out. What I will say is I'm not doing it again. Like, definitely a waste of time. So there's the Qantas Club, and you basically, like, I thought it was like going to be really fancy.
Yep.
But you just basically get toasties.
and there's like phone, like there's more spots to charge your phone.
Yeah, and it's like, it's mainly, I'd say, minors. It's mainly minors.
Yep.
And then I know there's another tier above that, which is the business lounge.
Yep. That one's supposed to be way nicer.
I did get to go in there one time because I was flying in and out of Canberra, and they were there was like a problem with the Schlub Club, like the Qantas Club. So they let
Someone took a turd on the floor.
yeah. I don't know. Someone had a fight over the toasting machine or something. One of the miners like glassed someone. So they let all our Schlub plebs go into the business lounge, and that was so much nicer.
Yeah.
Like that was like they had like prosciutto and like cured meats, and I'm pretty sure there was like a guy like just doing eggs, and you could just like ask for however you
fresh
wanted your eggs, like so that they had like sort of chefs on hand rather than just loaves of bread and toasters. But that's the middle rung, and I think people think that's the fancy one.
They think that's the top of the chain.
But they're wrong. There's a whole nother level. Then you've got the Chairman's Club, which is so exclusive that it's, you know, in the kitchen of sumo salad, the entrance, we don't really know.
There's no
It's not a
sign. No,
secret
it is,
door.
Belle. There's no signs. It's got a secret door. You only get in there if you're an A-lister, if you're a super high-up politician. That's the only way you're getting in.
Or a man by the name of it. It's a Chairman's Lounge still.
What do you want it to be?
Oh, I don't know.
Chairperson's
it
Lounge?
It sounds very old school.
It
Like I said,
does.
it sounds like Freemasons because it's Chairman's Lounge.
If you have ever been in there, if you know someone that's ever been in there, even if you know where the secret
I'd love to
door
know
is
where it
at the
is.
Melbourne airport, I would
Yeah.
love to get you on.
13-24-10. We're looking for any information available on the Qantas Secret Chairman's Lounge.
You can remain anonymous. I'm dying to know if anyone's got any leads for us this morning.
If you do well enough in life, maybe you'll have enough money to book a nice flight somewhere to a destination, and you can hang around in the food court. That's a pretty good trot. Some
Yep.
people don't get to do that.
Yep.
If you've done reasonably well. You might get into the Schlub Club, which is like the base level of Qantas.
Frequent Flyers Club.
Yeah, you have to pay for it. You get some toast.
Yep. Then if you've done really well in life, you might be able to afford, once in your life, some business flights.
Yeah.
Then you get access to the business
Yeah,
lounge.
you probably wear a lot of fine leather goods and have a nice car and a big house. And then if you've absolutely been kissed on the you-know-what, you may get the chance to be in the Chairman's Lounge. This is where they basically decide the fate of the world, I believe.
Yep.
I think it's like the Illuminati.
It's the only way in is by invite. There's no, you can't buy your way in. You can't fly a million times in your lifetime. The only way you get in is if Qantas invite you in. It's all the high rollers, politicians, A-listers. There's no signage at the airport. You just have to. I'm assuming when you get accepted, they send you an email and there's like a cryptic list of directions.
I reckon they would have those little cigar drawers, and it's just like if you went in there, it'd just be like Chris Hemsworth, John Howard, and it'd just be like names like that, and you just
Yeah, okay.
There's no signage. There's no doors. 13 24 10. We said give us a buzz if you've ever been in there. If you work at the airport and you know where the secret door is, we would love to talk to someone this morning.
Andrew in North Ringwood has given us a buzz. Andrew, you have been in the Chairman's Lounge.
Yes, I've been in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide.
You've been into 4 of them, Andrew.
Andrew, who are you?
What do you do?
Yes, I'm a mystery man. Yes, I've got to keep that secret.
I love that so much.
I mean, is it safe to say you're a chairman?
No, I was actually the deputy chairman of a university. Deputy Chancellor was the title, and the Chancellor had the magic ticket. Whoa. So whenever we'd fly together, he'd get me in.
Yeah. Okay, because I've read as well. So Qantas decide who gets membership and who doesn't, and biannually. So every 2 years, they review your membership, and if they don't deem you worthy anymore, they cull it.
Wow. He was a company director as well, and he was unsure why he actually got the invite, but he figured it might be the university one.
Well, I would say being the Chancellor of a university and a company director would probably put you in pretty good stead with
Andrew,
the powers that be.
What was it like in there? Was it as nice as we imagine it is?
Oh, it's pretty good. I think the main difference, because I fly normally in the business lounge, so that's meant to be pretty good, but that's actually pretty busy, and sometimes you're fighting to get a seat. And you certainly, the most important yardstick for me is the toasty machine, and you have to wait. That's no good.
Did you see
in the chairman's in the chairman's lounge? Like seriously, they come to you, and you just order your toasty, and they bring it to you. And you can go off menu. So you can ask for something that's not even on the menu, and they'll do their best to make it.
So hang on, you're telling me the toasties still go all the way to the top? I thought toasties was just sort of a Qantas Red, like the normal club. And by the time you got there,
truffle toasties.
Yeah, well that's it. I assume the goods would be sourdough instead of your Wonder White and such.
Now, Andrew,
it's pretty much the normal toasty, but I don't know whether they had a toasty machine. They might have had to race back to the other lounges to make it.
Yeah, right.
They'll do whatever they'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, it sounds pretty nice. Andrew, was there a secret entrance? Are we right in saying that?
Yes,
there is?
I can tell you where they are. It's when you go up to the lounges.
Yeah.
So like in Melbourne, if you're going up the escalators, it's just straight ahead. There's double black glass doors, or in Brisbane in the lounge area, it's gold.
But there's no signage. It doesn't say like in here.
It says nothing, or it says private.
Oh! Can you get massages in there? Do they do massages?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Do they do like massages? Do they do like foot rubs and stuff, or are you on the wrong thread here?
No, there are through normal hours you can get spa treatment as well. Yep.
I love Andrew that you led with toasties, but you didn't mention there was massages
what other benefits?
I don't want some stranger touching my feet. That'd be disgusting.
Wow.
I like that better, Andrew, than you being like, good, massage my feet before my flight. I got to ask, Andrew, I mean, I don't know if you have, but have you ever seen anyone else in the lounge? Can you even comment on that? Yeah. Have you seen any like celebrities or political figures? Who have you seen in there?
Yeah, you see a lot of business leaders because they're obviously flying. The main ones I've noticed is like cricketers. Yeah, lots of Australian cricketers you'll see in there. See the odd politician. Depends. Like if you're doing a Melbourne-Sydney flight, then you see lots more famous people than if you're going to one of the other towns. But no, they're all about in there, and I understand for them why they don't want everyone asking for autographs and things like that. But it's pretty nice. I think the main benefit really is peace and quiet.
Andrew, mate, it's been insightful. We appreciate you coming on this morning to shed some light on the Chairman's Lounge.
Oh, yeah, you didn't ask me about the wine list.
I was actually, to be honest, Andrew, that was one of my questions, but I thought, nah, I'll drop it. I would love to know, is there just like fancy champagne, like free
Verve,
flowing?
absolutely. Verve, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You getting the Henschke Hiller Grace, the Penfolds Grange? What are we talking here?
Not that good, but you certainly get a Grosset Riesling, or it's pretty good stuff. Yeah,
I reckon my Bergen's showing because I don't know what anyone's saying.
I also love, he's talking about, there's like Australian cricketers and stuff. As I said, this year I paid for the Schlub Club, and the only athletes you get in there are A-League players.
Yeah, but you love that.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, I feel like I never see any other league. There's no like AFL footy players. It's just all the A-League guys.
Andrew, thank you very much. We do appreciate your time.
Andrew.
Very special day on Saturday. Belle and I got to meet Freddie, Ben's son, for the very first time. My godson, my sweet boy, my son and stars.
Mm-hmm.
My life feels complete now.
Yep.
Now that I've had an interaction with Freddie. And I think it was pretty clear to everyone in the room that there was a very special bond between us from word go.
What?
I don't think anyone would deny that.
At what point did you realise that?
He was so peaceful in my arms.
Yeah.
He was peaceful in my arms too.
In
fact, I think
he was squirming. He was squirming a bit.
I think Sam or you said to me, you're a natural.
Yeah, you were pretty natural, Bill.
Yeah, thanks. And I also will point out that I was the only person that showed respect to your house. I removed my shoes as soon as I arrived, which I do to everybody's house, but nobody else took their shoes off.
Appreciate that.
And your house has a lot of carpet, and I respect that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that a dig?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying that I took my shoes off and
Right.
Liam didn't.
You also didn't dress up for the occasion.
None of the girls did. Do you want to lump me in with all the
I
girls
don't
that we
know.
all wore activewear?
I would have maybe put some jeans on or something to meet someone's baby. Like I probably wouldn't have worn a hoodie of the last radio station It's okay. I was just planning. I just wanted to make sure I was wearing the right thing.
You
for
wore
the
a hoodie
first
too. You wore a hoodie and cargo pants.
High fashion.
All the girls, Sarah, Kelsey, and I all had activewear on. Don't come at me.
Either way, I think everyone was sort of in awe when I was holding Freddie. That it was just a silence sort of fell on the room. They're like, "This is something special we're witnessing here."
Yeah, it was cute. You were good at holding him. You had a nice little bob.
Yeah, I was, because that's what I learnt when I was doing my research.
Yeah,
you just keep them bobbing.
Yeah,
just keeps them calm.
There was one thing though that you haven't mentioned yet.
Yep.
That I don't know if you realised or.
No.
Well, when you and your fiancée Sarah got there,
yes,
Belle was already there.
Yeah, well, no, I lost the game last week. Remember, I was well aware that was the case. So Belle was gonna, yeah.
So not only did she get there first, but then she also asked to hold him first.
Mm-hmm.
And love him first.
Yes,
and embrace him first.
And he for the first time ever, he giggled.
Oh, sure, it did.
When she held him.
Yeah, probably because he was like, can't believe you've worn that. First time meeting me, I would have thought you would have, I don't know, dressed up a bit. But...
Mate, Ben said 9:30. I was there at 9:30. You got there at like 9:40.
Yeah, I was being respectful.
And I had a solid 10 minutes with
Freddie.
Being
respectful.
And it was great.
Yeah?
It was just Freddie
Did you get a photo with him?
No.
I did. Look at my screensaver. Check that out. That's awesome. That's
screensaver's a photo of you holding it.
Yeah, it's a sweet little Freddie. Just I've got that on my phone there, and I tell you what, everywhere I go at the moment, absolute chick magnet. Who knew, babies? People look at my phone, they go, "Oh, he's so cute. Is he your baby? You must be such a good dad."
Yeah,
and I go, "Nah, that's my god baby, Freddie."
They go, "He's not tied down."
Wow, but he's still good at being a dad.
Yeah.
He's a god pappy.
Yeah.
I mean, for the record, I am tied down, but, But all I'm saying is,
You don't have child support yet.
It's a very nice photo there
of
me and Freddie. Everyone's comfortable with that, right? Me having a photo of me holding Ben's son.
That's
my godson
creepy.
as my screen. I'm actually trying to get it on the computer, but I might have to get the tech team to help me with it.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Well, it's a very good morning to Mary in Surrey Hills. How was your weekend?
It was good, thank you. Yeah, pretty good.
Oh, I love to hear it. Well, let's kick into the quiz. There was a shocking gangland shooting in broad daylight in Keilor over the weekend. I'm sure you saw it on the news.
I did.
What was the famous TV show about Melbourne Gangland Murders?
Oh, God.
Massive, big TV show.
Yeah. Oh, was it like Underworld or something like that?
So you're halfway there, and then they also did like The Golden Mile and like Razor, and they did some bad ones after like the original one.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm going to go out on the first one.
Very good. Let's see if Sam knows it. Under What? The TV show. Do you remember about Melbourne Gangland stuff?
My dad and I used to watch it under... Not Underworld, under...
How's no one getting this?
I know,
Under...
If you get me the...
You wear your belt under your...
Underbelly.
Yeah,
Underbelly. Gee whiz, okay.
Sometimes you don't expect the question to be hard.
No, I thought that was an easy one. Hey, Bob Irwin had a busy day at work when he rescued a snake from a vending machine. What is the name of the big lolly snake?
Python?
Yeah.
Killer python.
Killer python is what we're looking for, but we'll take it.
And you'd always start, I don't know about you, but I'd start from the tail, work my way up,
Yes.
and then you'd finish at the head.
Because the head was the big chunk, and you can,
A whole bunch of modern words have been added to the Macquarie's dictionary, including bachelor's handbag. Can you tell us what a bachelor's handbag is, Sam?
I haven't... I don't know.
Yeah.
A satchel? I don't know.
We'll
guess
move
anyway.
to Jesse. I mean, if we weren't getting Underbelly, we're not going to get this one. Jesse in South Morang. Do you know what a bachelor's handbag is?
A rotisserie chicken, boys and girls.
Yeah. Rotisserie chicken, yeah. I call it the tradies handbag myself, but yeah, you could go either way. Happy birthday to Dr. Chris Brown. What kind of doctor is Chris Brown?
Veterinarian.
Yes. Can you turn your radio down in the background there for us, Jesse? I can hear myself on repeat.
Yes, I can.
And nobody wants that.
No. Last one here. Elon Musk and Grimes had a baby, and no one knew about it. Apparently, it's called techno meniscus.
No, that's not a meniscus.
What is it?
Techno machinist?
Mechanicus. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. His name's Techno Mechanicus. So, I think I can be forgiven for pronouncing it a little bit wrong. Jesse, are you reversing a truck now? What is going on? You have the noisiest phone line I think we've ever had. What are you doing at the moment?
You've got my full attention right now.
Okay, good stuff, mate. You can't operate heavy machinery and be in the radio at the same time. Okay. All right. See if you can finish this techno classic for us. Yeah!
I don't know if that was the right tune.
Yeah, Jesse.
Yeah, pretty good.
No, that was good, man. I will send you along to the Melbourne Royal Show after dark as well. Catch acts including Bliss Nesta, Eskimo Joe. Tickets and info at royalshow.com.au. Also, Jesse, fun fact for you. Ben and I once had a DJ group called Bangers and Mash, and we did a warm-up set for Darude when he played in Adelaide in about 2014. So, fun fact.
Well said.
And and to promote the show, we interviewed him on the show, right? And we were like, "Oh, mate, we love your song, Sandstorm." And he's like, "Yeah, can we talk about my new song, Beautiful Alien?" And we were like, "No."
He's like, "Wow, guys, I'm so excited to come to Adelaide. We can play my song, Beautiful Alien." And we're like,
just play Sandstorm.
I think everyone's there for Sandstorm.
Jesse, you also get to choose the next song we play. So, do you want to hear Ashley Simpson?
Or Jesse, would you like a little trip down memory lane with Faker?
This heart attack.
Yeah.
Just a quick one. Do you remember me? Shotgun.
Shotgun Jesse.
Yeah.
Shotgun Jesse. Jesse was the guy who we said we had weekend tickets to give away like 2 weeks ago, and he called up and said shotgun.
No, unfortunately, you can't shotgun anything.
Yeah, we've already given you a prize.
We don't have anything else.
No, Liam, are you feeling okay?
Oh, I don't know. I was just getting shooting pains up my arm.
Are you having a heart attack?
That's not funny. People have heart attacks.
Yeah, but there's also this song called This Heart Attack. So there's a good link, I reckon.
I'm going away to be alone. I'm coming back with that answers are.
I remember how last week we were talking about people treating their pets like humans. Belle, you're a big culprit for it. I went to the dog groomer over the weekend, and they treated my dog like a human.
How often do you go to the pet groomer?
I don't know. Like, it's hard because it's like sort of when you're going for that shorter look, you're going for the shaggier look. I would say like every 2 months.
I've never done the dog groomer trip myself. Normally we'll try and give him a haircut.
But your Finn's pretty short hair, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but it gets long.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit hard. You can do it wrong sometimes.
I wouldn't trust Liam with the razor.
We've got a poodly looking sort of thing, so, you know. Anyway, and I love my dog, but I also understand that he's a dog.
Yeah.
So I get in there, and I'm like, hey, I've got an appointment for Toby. And they go, right, last name? And then you sort of always like, I don't know. Like, you feel like it's like when people's like, what's the Queen's last name? And you have to take a beat because you're like, oh, is it like Windsor or something? I don't know. Like, you just refer to it as the Queen, like the dog, Toby. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, Stapleton? That's my last name. She's like, no booking for Toby Stapleton. And I was like, right, okay, well, my fiance booked it. And I was like, is it Toby Crisanti?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, perfect, come through. I'm like, sorry, how many cavoodles called Toby have
Probably a lot, Liam.
bookings on a Sunday at 2 p.m.?
The worst part
Cavoodle
was she was looking at that booking and she knew that it was for your dog, but she needed to hear the right last name.
For sure. Like, it's like, come on. It's a cavoodle here at the time that we booked for.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, went through all of that, did a great job, took him, went home, and then I was like out going about my daily business. And I get a call like a few hours later, and it's the groomer again. They go, oh, no. Oh, you're going to have to come back in. Toby forgot his collar. No, he didn't. You forgot his collar. You're the human response. You took it off, didn't you? He had it on when I gave it to you. You should have put it back on when you returned that dog. It's not his responsibility to use his paws to put his or to warn me, Papa, my collar. It doesn't work like that. He's an animal. Okay, he doesn't have a last name. He's just my dog.
83-year-old Al Pacino has filed for divorce from his partner. At 83 years old.
You don't really hear about people getting divorced in their 80s very often, do you? It feels like a real, like, we've just had kids type thing. I know that's sad, but like...
Surely, like, I would say personally, if I was in my 80s and I decided, you know what, I don't want to be with this person anymore, I would also think, well, I'm 80. Why would I stir the pot?
What, just wait it out?
Well, of course I'd wait it out. What have you got to lose?
No.
Yes.
No. No, you have one life. And if you are unhappy and you're 80 or 90 or whatever, you've only got that one life. Now, do you want to finish it by just waiting it out for your partner to, walk off? Or are you actually just going to end it and then say, cool, I've got a year.
I feel like Al Pacino,
why cause all that unnecessary fuss to your family?
Because if you're unhappy, then address it.
Just don't be... What I'm saying is don't be selfish.
Al Pacino,
think about your family.
Don't be selfish, just wait for your partner to die.
Yes.
It's a lot of paperwork, and you've probably only got 2 years to live. So, like,
You
know what I mean?
Are you going to use the next 50% of the years you have remaining in court?
Pacino's had a good life. You know what I mean? Like, he's good. He's done it all.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, that came out like 30 years before we were
Do you reckon
born.
that's how he introduced his new kid?
Yeah.
Say hello to my little friend.
Oh, I think I say, is that how you introduce something else?
Well, no, because he's had a kid.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, no, I get.
That's right. He's also just had a kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's living the high
Should
life.
we
He's
do
just doing what he wants.
13-24-10? Did your grandparents get divorced? It's kind of sad, but because I would argue most people are like under 50, right? It's like if it's I feel like if you've been married for like
50's still fine. I think.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like if you are like well into like
I
would be
above.
rocked. Yeah, my like grandparents like are not around, but I would be rocked to my core if in their like 80s they're like, we don't love each other anymore. I'd be like, no, everything I know is a lie.
I also growing up had a good amount of friends whose parents got divorced.
Yeah.
But I never heard of any of my friends' grandparents getting divorced.
Yeah, you come into school and you're like crying, like, what's wrong, man? Like, oh, my grandparents are getting divorced. I'd be like, what do you mean? Like, that doesn't happen. Like,
2 Christmases.
We're going to go to grandpa's new wife's Christmas in the morning, and then we're going to go to grandma's new husband's Christmas.
But they still deserve to be happy.
So growing up, my mum's mum, she sadly passed away before I ever met her. So she passed away a long time ago. But my poppy, he never remarried, but he did have a girlfriend.
That's cool.
And that was always a bit weird.
My nana's got a boyfriend, Ted.
Really? Really?
Yeah, Ted.
How did they meet?
I don't know, man. They
Ted
go
comes around once a week.
They go away for their dirty weekends in the McLaren Vale.
Whoa, Ted!
You stay away from my nana, Ted.
What's your nana's name?
Margaret.
My poppy, his girlfriend was called Shirley.
Don't laugh at people's old names, okay?
Let's do this. 13, 24, 10. Did your grandparents get divorced?
And then did they get a hot new partner?
Tell us about their hot new bit on the side.
13 24 10 is our number. Give us a buzz if you got a story to share.
Sam, good morning. You've given us a buzz. Did your grandparents get divorced?
Yeah, we found it really quite strange. They got divorced in their late 70s.
Wow.
And we couldn't work out why. And then they come clean because they were still living together, and they said it was more beneficial to be single on the pension.
Oh, right. So they were pulling a fast one on the government. Right. Yeah, thrifty grandparents.
To the point, so they actually followed through with all the paperwork, legit got divorced?
But then did they stay together, though?
Yep, they stayed together for they lived into their 90s. They got the pension, single pension.
Did the Australian Taxation Office ever get the buggers?
No.
They got away with it the perfect
I'm
crime.
assuming if you get a joint pension, it must be like, let's say, I don't know, like for a week, it's like, $700.
Yeah.
But if you're getting a single pension, it must be like...
Then it's 400 each.
400, so you get an extra $100 a week.
All their address would be like, surely they're not... Wow, can we do dodgy grandparents tomorrow?
You can be divorced and still live together.
Yeah. I feel like that's the, it's kind of nice. I suppose it's nice because you'd be heartbroken and you're like, oh, no, that's actually kind of smart. I can see what they've done there.
You're right, though. We could do like dodgy grandparents or like
naughty.
What did your grandparents do that was illegal?
Naughty nanas.
Liam, you caught me listening to something the other day on my computer that you thought was absolutely hilarious. You have caught me in my Simon and Garfunkel era.
Yeah, that was so confusing. I didn't know what kind of vibe you're going for there.
Great! I never realised.
Are you team Paul Simon or Art Garfunkel? Are you an art gal or a Paul gal?
I don't pick sides.
Just both?
I choose the dynamic duo.
I think Paul Simon had a better solo career, I think.
Then I choose him.
Okay.
I don't know. I started listening to them, and they're really good. And they got upbeat songs. They got really sad, depressing songs.
Yeah, they're good if you're I don't know, a witch living in a hut or something like that. I don't know what I mean. It's like
they're a roller coaster. Well, I thought I was going to be in my Simon and Garfunkel era for a while. Turns out, no. I have discovered my jazz era.
Now you're chasing that train, the skib up.
What are you talking about?
Why? Yeah.
You're just listening to soft... You've never heard of jazz. B, you're just listening to jazz now? Not even an artist, just jazz?
No, there's so many jazz playlists on Spotify. I didn't know there's date night jazz, chill jazz, dinner jazz. There was calm, relaxing jazz. It all sounds the same, but it's beautiful. This is beautiful.
You know what I do
sometimes? Why do we not have more jazz in 2023?
Sometimes, I'll be honest, I'll put my hand up and admit it. I listen to silence a lot of time in the car. I like silence, I think. But every now and then, I'll put on ABC Classic. And I listen to classical music, yeah.
Classical, yeah, but that can get really hectic. That can get quite big crescendos.
Is this so?
Whereas this,
it's just a constant mood.
For you, I recommend listening to the jazz playlist.
Okay.
They are really, I think there's ABC Jazz.
This makes me feel like I'm living in New York.
And you're rainy, kind of you're in a cafe and you're like, whoa, everything's so mysterious.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I've been playing this at home for 6 hours straight.
It's been touched on this morning already, but I mentioned I was going through a rebrand, and wearing some different clothes. Is this Belle's jazz rebrand? Are you trying to ease us into you wearing fedoras and having those long cigarettes where you put the cigarette
I
on the end.
one of them, even though I don't support smoking. I've always wanted a breakfast at Tiffany's cigarette stick. Oh my gosh.
Cruella de Vil uses.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's go with Audrey Hepburn, please.
Coming in after murdering 101 puppies.
That's Belle.
No.
Look, I think the world's in a progressive way at the moment, which is great. And there's, especially when it comes to weddings, I've got one coming up in 89 days. You can really do what you want. I've got a bride's woman, a groom's woman, because my sister's going to be on my side. I've been a bride's man before. You don't really have to do all the traditional stuff. There are a few laws that I do abide by. I mean, even like being separate the night before, we were just like, it's just cheaper if we all get an Airbnb together, so we're just going to spend the night together before. I don't really care about that. That's fine. However, I do feel like there is one sacred thing about marriage, and that is the bucks and the hens.
Mm.
And I saw something on the weekend that rocked me to my core. It was a thing that some mutual friends attended, and it was called a Hucks.
What's a Hucks?
A hens and a bucks together.
So it's both the bride and the groom celebrating the one night together with everyone.
Yuck.
That's gross.
No thanks.
That's gross.
No thank you. That's an engagement party.
That's just
That's just an engagement party. You're just having a party.
No, it's not. Engagement party is at your house.
Well,
if you're going out, you're going out to town.
Yeah.
And you're having a drink.
We had an engagement party out of town. You were there.
Yeah, but that was at a venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a Hucks is
Are you defending the Hucks?
I'm defending the
Ben,
Hucks.
are you defending
You know more than
the
anybody
Hucks?
that I love the idea of two birds, one stone. If you can get two events done in one night, that's great.
Yeah, but it's
but
like...
your Hucks, Ben, would be just you and Sam with like one glass of champagne and go, all right, cool, we're
That's
done.
why I love the idea
Ben
of it.
left his own bucks an hour in. I don't know if people know that, but like Ben's real bucks, after like an hour, like, where did he go? And we thought he was like maybe vomiting in the toilet or something. Or did he go to the pokies or where did he go? He just went home, didn't tell anyone.
Didn't like the crew that were there.
Yeah.
They're your friends.
He literally did. He left and we're like, oh my God, he's actually gone home. We thought it was a bit.
Hens and bucks, though, that's...
No,
they
so
should never be
Why?
mixed.
What's so wrong with the two groups mingling?
I don't know.
What, the boys can't see what the girls get up to, and the girls can't see what the boys get up to.
At my hens, I want a cop stripper to be all up on me.
Well, you
And I
can't have that.
if
Oh,
Luke's
God
there.
forbid the men see that.
Yeah, this is my time. I want a penis straw.
Yeah.
You can have penis straws. It's funny if the men have got penis straws as well.
Well, nah.
I want vagina straws at home.
You can have vagina straws.
I've been looking for them
Hey,
everywhere.
why don't bucks have that stuff and yet hens like everything's
Yeah,
penises?
well, look,
What
that's
is
the
up
thing.
with that?
I'm very the bucks. My bucks is coming up in like a month, and I'm very keen for it. I'm just as keen for the bucks as I am for the wedding because it's just going to be a brewery tour, all the boys together.
It's your usual Saturday.
It's going to be but it's going to be big. It's going to be good. Ash in the newsroom. What do you think? Where do you stand on the Hucks movement?
It is a big fat no from me
Thank
to
you.
the Hucks.
Thank
Why?
you.
Definitely not.
What's wrong with the Hucks, Ash?
It's a chance for you to hang out with your group of mates. And yeah, you're probably friends with your partner's friends too, but it's like your inner circle. You get to hang out with them, have a big hurrah. If you're having it together, it is just an engagement party.
I also think I don't think it's necessary. Like once again, I said I'm having a groomswoman. My sister will be at the bucks.
Yeah.
But because she's in my side of
Yeah.
things. But I'm not going to have like my mum and like Sarah and like my female friends there because
is your dad coming to the
yeah,
Bucks?
my dad's coming to the bucks. Yeah.
That's going to be wild.
Well, yeah. Well, dad ties one on every now and then. It should be a good one.
I'm gonna have a great chat with Tom.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's not gender specific.
No, it's not.
But
I'm not saying it's gender specific, but I'm just saying you have your own function. Like just like whatever. Even if there's two bucks going on or whatever, I don't care. Like as long as it's like separate.
You're all coming across a little old school. You're all coming across a
We're
little
just
old
coming across
school.
fun.
I
and you don't
honestly,
like that.
I've just seen this weekend for the first time, so maybe it's like so new that like people haven't done this yet. But I'm like, I feel like we'll be seeing more Hucks in the next few years. 13, 24, 10. Have you had a Hucks? Have you been to a Hucks? Was it the bucks and the hens in the one hit?
It even sounds good, Hucks.
Nah.
It sounds good.
I'm saying no. I think it's got to be.
I think the main argument that you both have is you don't want your partner to see you getting up to all sorts of debauchery.
That's not the like.
That is what you're saying.
Look, in a month, I'm having a bucks.
Yeah.
I've already said no strippers, none of that. I just want to get feral with the boys. Do you know what I mean? And that doesn't mean strippers. It just means getting absolutely sideways.
Mate, I'll be blown away. I'll be blown away if you didn't have any strippers at yours.
Well, I literally have said no strippers.
I know, but I know your mates. Like, I know your mates.
I have said, like, I'm not, like, I feel awkward personally when I go to
you've said
Bucks.
no strippers, no strippers. Oh, no.
No,
he's my favourite one.
Oh, no strippers.
Check out Candy. See if you can organise her. No, honestly,
Tell her Liam sent you.
I feel awkward when I'm at Bucks shows. And I'm like, oh, God, this is a bit weird. It gets a bit...
Didn't you go to a strip show once with your old man and your, like, grandpa?
No, I went to a Bucks and there was a stripper there. It's a very different thing.
And your old man was there sitting next.
Yes, and my grandpa has passed away now, God rest his soul, but the stripper did shoot something out of her into him, which I felt offensive.
Is this?
I felt offensive.
I've totally missed
It was a
this.
few years ago.
Yeah, it's going back a bit, but...
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway,
Crazy story.
Anyway, let's move on. Anyway, Beck from Tullamarine, you've organised a Hucks in the past.
Yes, I certainly have, and it was definitely one to remember.
So tell us about it. Positive, negative, how did you find it?
No, to be honest, I mean, I never experienced a Bucks and a Hens night in one, and to be able to have to organise it as well. It turned out to be a good night. I mean, it was it's all ages. Probably wasn't as wild as you would get having your own Bucks or your hens.
Mm-hmm.
But
So you had kids there as well, Beck?
No, not in the sense of kids. No, definitely over 18.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely over 18. But look, it's an experience. I think something that was just different. And I didn't know you could, all the novelties that you would get for a hen, you can get for a Bucks as well. So it was definitely an experience.
Hang on, Beck. So you can get vagina straws?
You can get. I wasn't sure if I could say that, but yes, you can get vagina straws.
You can get them?
It's just the same as a straw, right? I mean, what's that? Like,
they were pretty ugly, if I'm honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll just be like a...
Yeah. Interesting.
Dude, I got to get you some vagina straws for yours.
I don't know. Honestly, I didn't know you could get those. I didn't know you could get them. But yeah, Beck, so you lost me at less wild. I don't like less wild.
Look, like you guys were saying before, you probably get a little bit more wild if your other half isn't there. But
I'm going wild.
It depends on the type of people. But yeah, look, we met out at a pub, went on a boat cruise. That was quite good. So
yeah, right. So here's the thing. So I'm going back to Adelaide for my Bucks show. Appreciate you for coming, Ben. And the partners of most of the guys there are coming over to Melbourne to spend the weekend with Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
So we're all just like, this is a weekend to remember the rest of our lives.
But that's not... Is that her hens, though? Are you doing it at the same time?
Nah, that's another thing. Second hens.
Whoa.
Kat in Lilydale joins us now. Where do you stand on the Hucks? Are you into it?
Absolutely. The best sort of hens or Bucks I ever went to was a Huck.
Was it?
And yeah, absolutely. It was definitely a bit wilder than the other one, than Beck's one. We went a pirate cruise. We had to dress up. And then after a major day of sailing in Docklands, we then just jumped on some of those, hire bikes, went to the next venue, which is just a friend's apartment, and then had some more drinks and nibbles, and then there was a stripper for the guys and then for the girls.
Performing at the same time?
Different times. So it was the male stripper first, and then the female stripper.
And then so everyone at the party watched each performance?
Everyone watched every performance, and it was amazing.
Wow. The Hucks. The Hucks. See, we're gonna see more of the Hucks. Like I feel like you might remember listening to Nova 100 and be like, that's the first time I heard that, because I had never seen it until this weekend. But there you go. I suppose there is an argument for it. However, I'm saying I'm glad I'm keeping it just a Bucks.
Kat, thank you very much. We'll give you that voucher to go get some Greek food.
Thank you.
No worries. That was the prize, right?
Yeah, pretty sure, man. I did say that was a prize, but then we didn't have that one. But that's all good.
Kat,
of that one.
We've run out of the Greek vouchers. Did you want some tickets to go to the Royal Show?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, you got a double pass. Also, make sure you check out After Dark at the Melbourne Royal Show. Acts include Conrad Sewell and the Casey Bar. And Casey.
Should have stuck with the Greek food, I reckon.
Kat, thank you very much.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.